Hello again, everyone. Ambassador Terry with another What Are You Doing? Lumina book launch interview series, and my guest is Subs Archarya. Welcome, Subs.
Thank you, Ambassador. Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you as well. Ladies and gentlemen, you're going to like him too. So here comes a famous question. Subs Acharya, what are you doing with Lumina?
Yeah, so I've had a very interesting journey with Miriam, and if there's a one-liner that I would like to provide you, so what we do is decision intelligence. It's a new industry. Decision intelligence basically means that how do you take the right decisions at the right time in the right way? And what we do is we bring the subjective and the objective worlds together. So it's a very spiritual way. So if you are looking to understand like what we really do, how do we help customers and how do we help Lumina? So what we do is we take the astrology, the physics, the quantum physics, like torus fields and oscillators and all those boring stuff. Then we put a lot of data science and AI into it, and we discover patterns after patterns. It's very mathematical because it has a lot of astrological components, but a lot of data science and AI components, so a lot of math. But we bring the spiritual worlds and the objective worlds for either a business or for a human. So business would mean you want to do a mergers and acquisitions. Sure, we'll be able to tell you what kind of a company will work, when it has a possibility, so we can simulate towards the future. And then we can actually find out when the final signature would happen or when you need to get it done by. So that's for the business aspect. For the personal aspect would mean people have many different decisions in their lives. We humans live in paradoxes, right? So there's always a quandary. So how do you get out of the contradiction? Well, we have to listen to the universe, and sometimes we can just do it using the data science model, the AI models on, and the physics model based on the astrological energy. So that's what I do.
That's
I
amazing.
told you
That's
it's
amazing.
going to be crazy.
What do you think about that, ladies and gentlemen? I'm excited. So, what does your part of the book entail, Subs?
So my part of the book has three parts. So part number one is how can we bring spirituality to an ecosystem? So I think that's a gel, right? At the end of the day, um, how do you work with diverse people together? And ultimately, it boils down to one thing, like how do we accept each other? So that's point number one. Point number two is timing and decisions. And the third is what can you do now? And whatever decision you might take, we might be able to kind of simulate that into the future to find out where things might go to give you a kind of a sneak peek. So those are the three elements that I do.
That's interesting. That's interesting. Can you expand on the time and decisions? That
Yes.
that's very interesting.
So I think the first thing is we should define what a decision is. A decision is you've got choices, many choices, and you basically move with one. Now that's the easiest way of explaining it, but there's a lot of nuances in that, right? So when you have a number of choices and you are moving with one choice, there are three things that happen. One, you actually negate the rest of the choices. So selection basically means you are eliminating the rest of the possibilities. So that's point number one, right? That's a very interesting element. The second element is you move forward. And the third is it is irreversible, which means as you move forward, you're not looking backward anymore. You're basically looking forward. And as you look forward, that means that you've negated every option and you have moved forward. So that is the definition of a decision. Now, where's the intelligence? The intelligence is that why did we negate all these other options? What is it that those options were not important or was not a priority? And the third piece is that, okay, now you have moved forward. How do you act on it? How do you face the consequences? Because there's a karma or a causality in everything. So now,
Wow.
as we move towards the future, it kind of shows you how each and every event or possibilistic, probabilistic events that might happen. And we also want to unravel that to show you what are the consequences of those decisions.
Wow. Was that great or not, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you, Archarya, for being with us today. And thank you, folks. Leave some comments below. We're going to be watching for them as we go. Bye bye for
Thank,
now.
thank you, Ambassador.